What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday to all the good folks out there. Let's go ahead and make sure we got everything running. We got music. Let's see if our browser view is working. It is. We're good. All right. What's happening, everybody? Whew. Yeah. Let's see who we got on here today. Filter, Eric, Giuseppe, Jeff, Mr. Walkman, Hypermotive. Nice, you got a long little break, huh? Kenneth, Shannon, Boomer, what's going on? What's going on? Earlier, looks like we had Catrum and Proletarios. And Burncarf Print wanted to win twice, of course. A bit nuts. Good name. What's up, y'all? What's happening? So, we got a little bit of a chill stream tonight. I don't really have anything planned, really. Just a bunch of little stuff here and there. Man, we're starting out with this soundtrack? Nice. Reason is, I'm exhausted. And I don't have the brain capacity to sit down and just go all in. I've been really busy at work. So I just kind of want to hang out tonight. Just chill for a bit. And then we're going to give away 2 spools of filament tonight. Because last time we were streaming, like I mentioned, or warned rather, in the stream, my power gave out because there was a storm coming through. And I didn't get it for hours, so I couldn't start it back up. I had, when I have no power here, I also have the phone, I have nothing. So when it was out, it was out. So I couldn't pick a winner. So as I mentioned, I will do 2 tonight. And the way to do that is there's a pinned comment right up here. So you guys know what to do. Click on that, fill in your info. It'll take you to here. Let's see if anyone's already done it. 5 of you are already ahead of the curve. Answer the question. You have to be in the United States and you have to be present. So right now it says 2 hours. I'm not sure if we're going to go all the way to. Actually, it should be more, shouldn't it? Oh, maybe I didn't change the time. Oh, right. It doesn't count the 58 minutes. But I might not go a full 2 hours. So just keep that in mind. I don't think I have enough energy and content really to do it. To be honest. Hey, Neon Dreams. Pre-Friday, right? Yeah, happy Independence Day, everybody. That's right. That's right. Hey, 3D. What's up, man? But yeah, there's a bunch of random things to do. So I've been exploring 3D resin 3D printing again, as you guys might have seen by some of my the past stream and some of the shorts that I've been making. I've been just trying to figure it out. I've been out of the game for 3 years. Oh, nice. Your SVOE came? Cool. Yeah, I asked for a review unit a long time ago, but I don't know if I'll be getting one. I'm not sure. I didn't try Lychee, but I did try Chitu, and I have a failed print on there right now, which is one of the things I want to do, because there's still, even though there's one part that failed, I believe these things are still on there. Let's do. This one's broken, and it was just way too supported. And the other issue is I had this thing flat this way on the build plate, but I realized you could lean them like this and have significantly less supports. So that's what I tried. Tried on this one. The problem is this stuff is ABS-like, and it's so brittle. I have a feeling that me driving screws into this is just going to break it. But I do want to give it a shot. I don't have my Switch with me down here because my daughter took it. But you know, getting the parts out successfully would be pretty nice anyway. Hey, 30B Rescue! Haven't seen you in a hot minute. How have you been, sir? It has literally been ages. I see your icon is the Focus Hada, man. I haven't seen that thing in years. Hope everything's okay. I know that the printing group over on Facebook is still super popular. I know you've been busy. I still catch your posts. I'm still there. I just don't post. But good to see you. Chip says, I got my first Bambu X1 carbon. Can you give me a few ideas for carbon prints? Good ideas for carbon prints. I mean, even though my channel, I've been like making things that I use all the time, or printing more 3D print stuff, or 3D printers with the carbon fiber, especially this machine here, the tool changer, the Micron tool changer. Most of this is carbon fiber. But what if I printed carbon fiber? Oh, well, like for example, I just printed this little thing for the switch to hold the little controllers. This is carbon fiber PLA. Anything that you're going to be touching that has that you want a texture is really nice. Keep in mind, anything with carbon fiber is a little bit more brittle. So if you add a brittle filament like PLA and you add more brittleness to it, just keep in mind that it's not necessarily stronger because carbon fiber. But the texture is very nice. It looks very nice. Oh, this whole thing is printed in carbon fiber. Keep in mind, this is a bow. This is just a bow. Most of this, all the green is actually carbon fiber PLA. So it's very functional when it is solidly filled, and it just has a beautiful texture and beautiful look to it. And it's kind of matte. Just that denim feel to it is really, really amazing. But yeah, I would say that anything you're going to be touching or handling a lot, that type of thing, and carbon fiber is amazing. Oh, this thing's carbon fiber. So this is what I use every day for my entertainment PC. This is printed in PLA carbon fiber on my Trident, and it's absolutely perfect. So like I said, stuff that's like forward facing to you touching is typically good. Dude, go for the FLSun S1 with an infinite. I would love to. Another machine that I've asked for many moons, but I don't think I'm on that list either. I even have space for it now. Right here, as you can see, the Reborn 2 has found a new home with one of our moderators from the Discord, B Cuddy. Get the model off the plate. Yeah, so I'll that's something I want to do in the stream, is get that. Hey, Chili Wills, what's up? To put the chickens away. Nice. Not much, just relaxing. Like I said, it's gonna be a chill one. Anybody know any resources to explain all of printer settings? Highly depends on the printer. There's tons of resources out there. If you use this Clipper, for example, you can use the Ellis tuning guide. If you search that in Google, that's the best place if it runs Clipper. Sitting on my SVO8 tomorrow. Nice. Cool. Area 1 Star 1? I don't even know what that is. This is probably the first time in channel history I don't have reviews lined up, and I'm kind of okay with that, to be honest. I don't even know what that feels like. Okay, the Star 1. Wow, that's an Aquila. A classic Aquila machine, and it's $250. You wouldn't catch me dead recommending that machine. Hey, everyone's different. I'm not trying to knock it, but 250 bucks. The A1 Mini is, unfortunately, for that machine, just an unbeatable beast at that price. Oh, the bow, that is. I've seen that. How long they take? I didn't really count, to be honest. But there's some pretty big pieces. A bunch of them were printed on the Chitty-Tech X1 Pro at my office, and then the larger parts were printed here on the Trident, but the time, I don't know. Overworked and underpaid. I know that too well. That's why we're doing a chill stream. I'm exhausted. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. And happy 4th to everyone here from the United States. Chill stream, where's the ice? Well, I'm going neat today, so no ice. Will you be doing a 4th live? No 4th live. But for those that are coming in, let me just finish this spiel. Like I mentioned, hey Zumi. So there's a pinned comment up here. If you guys are planning on sticking around for a while, if you click that link, it will take you to here. You have to fill this out, and if you're in the United States, you're planning on sticking around, I'm going to be choosing 2 winners today for a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. Okay? The reason for that is my last live last week got cut off because of a storm. So that's what we'll be doing. Another thing, guys, if you want to support the channel in some way that's outside of something digital, check out my store at shop.3dprintsos.com. There's links in the channel, but it's simple, shop.3dprintsos.com. I have a bunch of different shirts I've been designing myself. We have some hoodies. We have some awesome work mats. I use one every day. For example, right here, as you can see, thing's fantastic. I actually want to get another one so I can actually do some work on it. And then one probably for my office again, which would be nice. But I have them in various colors. All of them are illustrated by me. Like I said, those are all the different hot ends I did. As well as the hot ends mug. That's right over here. Fantastic mug. Doesn't heat up in the microwave that much, which is really nice. Unlike the mug that I have here by a much larger company, which gets super hot. I just forgot this one downstairs, so I didn't run down and grab it. So go ahead and check that out, and you can be this cool. Who doesn't want to be this cool? Look at that guy. Unbelievable. So that's shop.3dprintsos. Like I always try to mention, the point of this and the point of having the prices to be this cheap is because I think it's cool that you guys support digitally all the time, and I appreciate it, obviously. But at the same time, if you guys want to support in a different way, I barely get anything for this, but you guys get like a physical thing, and I find that pretty cool. So it's worth it to me for that. And there have been people wearing these at cons, which is really cool to see. And looks like I got to change the setting. Why the mouse over goes to nothing instead of zooming in. That's something fresh. That's just a glitch. So don't mind that. It's supposed to do this when you hover over. I'll have to check that later. Anyway, let me try to catch up with what you guys said. The brownies are in the oven 40 to 45 minutes. Nice. Don't let me forget. Yeah, right. I already forgot. It probably has ice in a glass of basil. This is basil, Hayden. You got a good memory, but and I'm almost out. But no ice. I like it neat. Something about the ice that makes it a little bit more harsh for me. I don't know. I have the same thing with vodka. I'm a big vodka fan. And I like it neat. I like when it's chilled. I guess it goes down easier in a way, but it always tastes a little bit more, I don't know, alcohol-y. I don't know what the term is. I'm not an aficionado or anything. Hey Petty, what's going on? Griff Gear, how you doing? Howdy, and thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. And happy 4th to you as well. It was sent to me as a gift. Oh, okay, cool. That's different. I've actually been... I got to document this in some way. I was just telling B. Cuddy, he visited my office here locally. I was just telling him I've been doing a bunch of little things here by taking apart Aquilas that I've had over the years and using them for various parts. For one project on my racing sim at the office, I made a keyboard attachment for the rig, for the sim rig. So when you get into the cockpit, you have a keyboard that you can pull forward. So I used the extrusions from an Aquila for that, and a bunch of 3D prints for that. I gotta probably take a video on that. But I have 2 more Aquilas, and I'm taking the power supply off of one for this. So I'm gonna be reusing them in all kinds of ways, trying not to just throw them away. I can't wear t-shirts ever since I was maimed in a freak bowling accident. I don't know if it's a joke or not, so I'm giggling because it's just a funny statement. So I'm sorry if that's true, but that's kind of funny. I like ice in my rum. A Russian calculator. I'm back, had to feed the cows. Nice. Chickens, cows. Cool. Oh, $1+. I like that. A freak bowling accident. It's pretty good. All right, some of the other things that happened. I have some bamboo stuff. I know not everybody likes that, and that's okay. I'm in the same boat. But this is cool stuff. We have some pretty unique filaments by Bambu here that I wanted to try. And I figured it would be fun to unbox them. All right, I don't have my pocket knife with me. So I figured let's unbox some of these. So this one is PLA Sparkle. That should be fun. Everyone loves a good sparkle filament. Looks a bit matte, more matte than I expected. But yeah, there's a little sparkle in there. I do have, speaking of sparkle, Sunlu sent me a really good one. Check out this one. It's called PLA Twinkling. And look at that, like a dragon would be really good in this. It's transparent and super glittery, so that should be nice. But having a black is very nice as well. And I do believe Sunlu also has this in black. All right, so that's cool. I'm gonna take it out of the box so that I remember to actually use them. Chuck it. Let's see, what's this one? So this is called PLA Marble. Bourbon neat here, yeah, same. Bourbon neat here is the way. Hey, David, what's going on? All right, let's see. Okay, so marble, PLA Marble. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so wow, on camera that looks a little bit more brown. I would say this is almost a burgundy, kind of like a clay. And it has little specks of black in it that kind of make it look like brick. Like, this is very close to the color of my bricks, if not exactly the same. Yeah, it's almost exactly the same color as the bricks in my house here. That's cool. So that's PLA Marble. That's a pretty one. A Russia calculator joke was told to me by a student of mine 30 years ago. He actually was a rocket scientist that ended up as a telephone engineer. Wow. All of those things are not something that you hear every day. Like that whole thing. Wow. I ordered the V-Twin engine kit from Bambu with my points. Nice. It'll be fun to build, I hope. No, yeah, but probably will be. They do a pretty good job with all those kits, from what I understand. Looks like terracotta. It does. All right, so this is called PLA Metal, and this definitely does not look at all what I thought this would look like. This just looks like black. Let me just see. PLA Metal. There's a color here. So PLA Metal is the type, and this is called Iron Gray Metallic. Oh, I missed that whole thing. So what was this one called? Hold on, I chucked them over here too. Like I sent these things. Oh, okay. So the PLA Marble is called Red Granite. Okay, that makes sense. And the sparkle, I'm assuming is just black. Onyx Black. Okay. So what's interesting is it doesn't say that on the spools. It just says the actual. It just says the type. Okay, so this is iron gray. Cool. Okay, nice. Looking good. Iron gray metallic. Hopefully that looks a little bit more interesting than how it looks when it's on the spool, you know? Hey, Iceman, how you doing? All right, and then we have the one that I've been waiting for a while. So this is called PETG Translucent. Is this backwards? Wait, is that backwards on the screen, guys? What the heck? I believe there's a way to flip this, but that's odd. Image flip. Whoa, okay. I'm not sure why that's different. All right, that looks good, right? I thought those maybe just on my end. Yes, it is. Hey, Andre. Fender mom said you must be very good to have that many printers. Give a shout out to Sheila. Hey Sheila, I am very good. Thank you. And Darren's a good one. He's always supporting. We appreciate Darren. So thank you, Sheila. All right, so we got PETG translucent. Yes, you read that correctly. There's a spool of PETG here. But most importantly, it's translucent gray. So as you guys know, I like transparent black things, electronics specifically. So I'm on a little bit of a black transparent kick. My entire Trident is black transparent. So I figured they have a black transparent PETG, so I wanted to try it. And, you know, it looks like black transparent. It has a little bit of a smoke color to it. You can see through it a little bit. So a bunch of interesting choices from Bambu here. And then they also sent me this. PETG's the devil. It really is. Anyone have a mirror? I'm fluid and back. Fluid and backwards. Nice. I like it. I'm beginning to really like clear PG. Prints so well. I've never said that ever, but I'm glad you like it. All right, so this is their build plates, their build plate kit. And if anyone's interested, I would love to link you to this, because that would hook me up as much as it would hook you up. But check this out. So I took a look at this earlier. That's why it's open. So in this kit, let's move this stuff. In this kit, they sent you a blank piece of steel. Okay, and then they send you stickers that you have to put on. So we have this guy, and this stuff transfers onto your build plate. I'm sure you guys have seen this. If you're in 3D printing, you've seen this a million times. Here's a little bit of a different one. It's kind of like a way more fine, glittery little stars in there, which is definitely different than this. This is very starry. This one's fine. Then we have this guy, almost kind of like a raw fiber look, but uniform. And then we have the classic carbon weave, which is also cool. I'm very hesitant to try PETG on this, but I would love to. Ideally, in my mind, having PETG print on this, well, that transparent PETG print on this would be the goal. One of the things that I would love to recreate is not necessarily this exactly, but this is just an example. Here's a version of a Game Boy Macro that I built. This is not my case. I have my own case design. However, this was printed in carbon fiber PLA onto carbon fiber weave. And if you can imagine this being transparent with the same pattern, that's what I really want. Like that's end game situation. So I would love to try to recreate that. I don't know how, but like I said, that's what I would love to do. This is true. Well, the thing is, Zumi, is printers of yesteryear were very hard to print PETG with, and in my experience, I just had a lot of trouble. Now, I think with the K1 was the first time I successfully printed PETG. K1 Max. The K1 Max was one of the first times I've had like a non-stringy, actually decent PETG print. Every other time that I've printed PETG, it was with compromise of some sort. So the K1 did that, and I printed a massive full spool print with PETG. So I've done it. It's just, you know, it's one, not my favorite material ever, and two, it's always caused me issues in the past. But you know, machines nowadays are so much different. Like for example, I still haven't printed with PETG on my Trident, and there's probably very little to no reason why that thing shouldn't just absolutely crush PETG, just as an example. But then again, machines like the Bambu machines that I have, or even the K1 machines, will probably also just crush it, you know? The holographic plates are so cool. They really are. Ew, there's a stickers, got some double-sided plates. Yes, I actually think that any plate that you get is a sticker. Like even PI is a sticker, unless it's textured as a coating. But yeah, that's how Bambu does it. Bambu has stickers on their build plates. All their build plates are stickers. Yes. You totally can. I think you totally can. I've seen them. I was able to print PETG on my Ender 3 V3 SE, print the replacement for the... Yeah, I mean, that's a great machine. I really like the machine. What are they going for nowadays? Ender 3 V3 has been great. I still use it. I actually have one of those build plates on mine right now. This is what I use on it, and you can see I've been printing with it. There's still some markings on it from pulling off a print on it. And look at this, like this one is not a sticker, like it's etched. Like, I know you guys can't hear this, maybe if I talk while doing it. Like this thing is like etched. It's definitely not a sticker. It's very different. And I like how random this is. The Bambu one has a little bit of a more of a pattern to it that you can see. So I definitely like that one. But you know, I also haven't used the Bambu one, so I don't know. Hey, Night Train. Yeah, right. It is a sticker, which, you know, I can't say anything negative yet. I haven't used it. FlageForge 5M does go with it. Nice. Yeah, that's my TPU machine. I haven't put much else through it. Just TPU for now. Hey, Steven Machado. No real issues with anything aside from occasional stick issues. I used to have pretty much non-stop issues with PETG just stringing like crazy on a lot of machines. I used to make videos about it even way back when, and shorts and stuff, but that was before filament dryers. That was a very long time ago. I just kind of avoided it, and I kind of skipped right over to ABS, and I've been finding ABS on everything. Absolutely flawless. Nice. Nice, that's great. That's a fantastic price for a V3. The V3s are really good. Yes, yeah, the SE, yes. I'm not talking about the SE or the KE. I'm specifically talking about the Ender 3 V3. This guy. This guy. Oh, so they're $480. Oh, that's the plus. Yeah, that's the plus. That makes sense. And I do really like the plus as well. Zero issues, not one single problem. $390. Man, is that a little too much? Is that a little bit too much? I mean, this is, in my opinion, this is probably one of the best bed slingers on the market. Or, I can't say that, but because I can only say that about the things that I have, about the machines that I have. But for example, the Plus version is probably one of the best 300 by 300 bed slingers that I've used. And this thing, yeah, I could probably say that out of all the machines that I use, I think I'm up to 67 machines. Out of the 67 machines that I've used, I think the Ender 3 V3 might be my favorite bed slinger. I know that PETG prints better with an enclosure. Yeah, I believe that. It also does better on textured plates. Yep, that's also true. And yeah, smooth plates of, yes, I agree with all that. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm gonna leave this up just so that people remember that we're doing a giveaway and I'm drawing 2 names today. So let's talk about the last stream a little bit. So on the last stream, here, let's do this view. On the last stream, I was working on the tool head of this. of this guy, and I actually did finish with my flashlight from my phone. So I was working on it right here, and I ended up turning a flashlight on. What the heck? This camera does this. No, now that camera's confused. All right, hold on. Hold on, folks. Why are the settings... Oh, because I updated the firmware. Auto framing. Off. There we go. Okay. My bad, guys. I updated the firmware on all my cameras. And, anyway, what I was saying was I was working on this thing, and the power went out. And now this thing zoomed in. There we go. And the power went out, and I actually set this thing on top here and finished working on it. Because I was kind of hoping that the power would come back, so I was going to start a new stream, but it never happened. How much desiccant would you put into a Ziploc vacuum bag with a kilogram spool? Usually a little package is enough, so you don't really need much. There's a couple cool prints you can do that kind of make you a little container, but you don't really need too much. I don't have a physical measurement. Come on, mouse. There we go. Is this still live? Yes, it's live. What do you mean? What do you mean by still? Did I lose some of you guys? Looks like I've zero lost here. Should be good. He needs to get out in the sun. Oh, the guy behind me? Yeah, a little bit. Hey, no mercy. Anyway, what I was trying to get at was that thing we designed last time on the stream worked very well. Here, let me try to show it to you guys. Okay, this camera, all my presets are all messed up, obviously. What are you trying to focus on, camera? Hold on, let me mess around here real quick. Focus, autofocus. Let's turn autofocus off so that we have some control. There we go. Anyway, this is the part that we designed and printed last time, and the whole point of it is so that we can mount this guy a little bit higher than where it's supposed to be. As you can see right there, this is the original location, and we ended up moving it up. We ended up remixing someone else's design. I still haven't posted it yet, but I will for those interested. And the reason why that had to be done, and now my music is done. What is happening today, everybody? Wild. There we go. And the whole point of that is if this was down here in the stock location, we wouldn't be able to use this little board, which is how this thing is going to level itself. It essentially uses the smaller version of tap, but since this is a tool changer, it has its own variant of that. But that's an optical sensor, so we needed to have room for that. So what I did in the dark was I connected everything. I repinned all these connectors with black connectors, except for this one, obviously, because it just came there, so that it looks a little bit cleaner. This isn't my favorite thing in the world, right over here, but I don't really have a better solution quite yet, so I just kind of left that how it is. Maybe going to this side would be a little bit better. But it does have a little piece here so that when we do hook up the CAN bus connector to it, I'll just be able to zip tie it right over here to the top. So this is going to be a repeatable thing. I should be able to make once the updated versions of these come out, because I gotta do those. There's a new one, but I should be able to make 3 more of these self-contained, just like this, that you'll be able to take off just like this, and that might even be worth it for somebody that's not even doing a tool changer. Like, I don't actually think there's a downside to having one of these things and you being able to even just swap it, like manually swap it, because it is so easy to do. I can see having maybe multiple setups for something or not, but that seems amazing. And obviously what it would do is it would kind of tap, and as soon as this tries to lift, that's how it knows that it's leveled. So it's going to use the nozzle to level itself, just like every other new modern machine out there. So that's really fun, and that portion is complete. So now we just need to program that. I'm gonna wait until I have the electronics here, and we'll do it all together. I'll program everything with Clipper together, because I believe what I have to, yeah, just those things, because the board has an integrated Pi in it. So that will probably be next, and I could have worked on it this week or tonight, but like I said, I'm just exhausted, and I figured it'd be kind of refreshing to skip. So that's where we are with that. Solar flare. Let me catch up with the chat real quick, everybody. Oh, of course I pressed the wrong button. My Bambu X1C broke. Oh no, what happened? I've had a couple little blips on mine as well. USB-C, yes. Oh, on the board, yeah. So I actually run on my Trident here. I run the entire thing off USB-C. I don't even run CAN on it. So I have two cables going to it. One is a 24 volt, one is ground, and then the USB-C. And the USB-C just goes directly to the Raspberry Pi that's down there. And the point of that is you don't need to have a CAN board, or you don't need to have a motherboard that has CAN built in. So you can run pretty much anything as long as you're running something like a Raspberry Pi or a CB1, whatever you might be running. I was like, what is that noise? But it's fireworks. Check the brownies. I could smell them. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the best when you can smell the brownies. Is there good videos out on converting Ender 3 with Pi to a Clipper-based machine? Yes. What is the name that's for some reason escaping me? Leo 3D. Leo Prince. What's his website? Leo Prince. I think Leo Prince is enough. Prince Leo 3D. That's what I would go. That's what I would check out. Prince Leo 3D has a ton of info on that. Ton of really useful information. And he's just a genuinely cool dude. So I would highly consider and recommend this guy and this website. He has a ton of resources for Enders and Aquilas alike. Hey, True Rex. It was my extruder motor. Oh no. Hey, 3D&T, what's going on? What do you mean by the extruder motor? What happened to it? I'm just curious, legitimately. Did it stop extruding, or did it stop working, or did you have a clog? That's what happened to me. My hot end clogged, and I had to take apart the hot end. And then my AMS clogged, and I had to take the AMS apart. Different filament. Hey, in God we trust. Nice. I try to stream every Wednesday night. On occasion, I either have to cancel because something comes up, or I have to move it a day to Thursday. That's happened a few times. But 99% of the time, I'm streaming on Wednesdays. I ordered 4 EBB36 directly from BTT. Half the price. They arrived this week. The first parts from order. Nice. Don't know when I'll actually get started, but it's self-sourcing. Oh man, yeah, self-sourcing is 1, fun, and 2, should be really rewarding when you get the whole thing up and running. So props for doing that. Yeah, for sure. He's the man. Hey, Lewis, what's up? Yep. Yeah. He has kind of taken a little bit of a break. But I met him last year in person at Earth, and we had a blast together. It was a good time. We kind of hung out the whole time. B Cuddy was with us. It was cool. Hey Clement, how you doing? It was making abnormal noises, and the good thing is we're still under warranty. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. Is that what stage of this whole thing you're at? You've contacted Bambu, and now you're getting some warranty work. What a mess over the last few days. My firewall died, so I bought a new one, and it's currently lost in the mail. What do you mean by firewall? My Voron 350 parts are not here yet, so I'm making Micron parts on X1C. That sounds like you're having fun. But now the AMS is dead. Okay, now no longer sounds like you're having fun. Man. Yes, unless a thunderstorm and loses power. That's what happened last week, yeah. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? All right, so I'm thinking we should take the resin parts off the resin printer. Firewall is a network protection device. I know, but what do you mean by my firewall broke and I have to order a new one? Like, what do you mean? It got lost in the mail? That's the part that confuses me. I know what a firewall is. I got 20%. That's awesome. That's awesome. I really want to check this machine out. Any idea on when they're shipping? It looks like you have had a rearrange with your printers over the right-hand shoulder. Where's the Reborn 2? Oh, yeah. So I'm not making any room for new stuff. I just want more room. I've been thinking about maybe covering this up with something. But yeah, the Reborn 2 went to B Cuddy. Brian is one of our mods on the Discord, and he has big plans for that thing. I gave him some electronics with it as well, so that was huge here. I might put the V400 over here in hopes that it gets replaced with the S1 at some point. But no, I need more room for the tool changer. That's not going to be able to sit on my desk because I have the V0 on my desk. So just rearranging some things and kind of trying to figure out which machines that I enjoy using the most and putting them here. So far, these two are very frequently used, the Trident and the Bambu. Whenever I don't need their size, I still use the V0, however. And then the rest, I kind of trickle use them for whenever I need more than one. But at the moment, I've been using the resin machine more than anything else, just because I'm trying to figure out what resin's all about. So, we'll see. Hey, there he is. Were your ears burning or something? We were just talking about you. I'm not having fun moving the entire print farm into a bigger room. Been at it for 2 days. All 29 printers removed. Now rearranging. Yeah, yeah. That's you look back at it and realize all the things you've done wrong during your move. Nice. Turn down the heat. All right, I got you, JP. I'll turn it down. Have they contacted you about the K2 Plus yet? No. No contact about the K2 Plus. I obviously really want it. I'm a big fan of Creality machines. I would love to give it its fair abuse, and share my experience with it. Well, someone asked me, what advantage does a resin printer have on normal film? Actually, resolution. It has a substantial resolution advantage, but that's about it in my experience. Some people will say other things, but it's not as strong as FDM. Parts are very, very brittle. There's other ways to go around it, and it does make some strong prints, but it's all about accuracy. It's about making, and I don't have my Switch with me. My daughter took it, but just the sheer resolution is just, you know, it's unbelievable. It's unmatched. I know this is dirty and uncleaned, but you just can't replicate some pieces like you could with resin. For example, the screen that's on this machine that I currently have is 14K. So you can imagine FDM is 0.4 mils. This is 0.002 millimeters. which is quite the obnoxious amount higher resolution. So that's really it. Not everything is going to work. This part is here because it's so brittle, it broke just getting things off, and I'm gonna take some more off. But it's also a huge pain in the butt to use. I'm not sure this is for me. I wanted it for a project, and I'm still going to use it for that project. But just being an FDM guy, just being able to take a spool with my bare hands, throwing it on there and hitting go, versus gloving up, getting an entire situation ready in order to make sure nothing touches me, or the smell alone in the room, and just paper towels and UV lights, and it's a lot of work. Now, if you're into miniatures, making dioramas, if you're into that specifically, and you don't necessarily need something to make robust things, or even build more 3D printers, or like certain projects like that are just surrounding me in this room, if you don't necessarily need that and you just need accuracy, resin printing is probably the absolute way to go. And before I started YouTube, I was in a Instagram group with a couple folks that were just diorama people and minis people, and some of their work with painting, and it was just absolutely bar none. It was insane. Can't compete with FDM whatsoever, or FDM can't compete in that sense whatsoever. The accuracy is insane. Oh, here's a great example. I thought my daughter took it, but I just remembered I saw it over there. So check this out. This is my scan. It's this guy, but printed smaller on 14K, in 14K. Hold on. Give it a chance. Come on. What is going on with my camera? Maybe I shouldn't have updated the firmware. Hold, please. All right, here we go. Manually. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can get this to be in focus. So this is a scan of me, but look at the shirt. Look at the pants. You can even see the textures. Like, look at my calf. You can see the muscle running down. Like, it's on some kind of level that you just can't do in FDM. There's not a single layer line. That's not a thing. And it's just absolutely incredible. But if I was to squeeze his legs right there, this dude would splinter into a million pieces. And I kind of thought that the ABS style stuff would be a little stronger, but it's not. It's very brittle. So that is all the things about resin versus FDM, at least at the moment. Wow, I need to catch up. Let's see. I was able to contact Bambu. They told me it would take 1 to 3 business days, but never showed up. I should be here by Friday. Well, that could be a shipping thing, you know. But yeah, it's always a bummer. Nothing goes down smoother than warm glass of horse milk. Nice, that's true. That could be a shirt right there. Cheers. Yeah, yes. That would be a pain. You abandoned us. I did not, Luke. What happened was my power ran out, and it was out for hours. And like I mentioned, I was just talking about it. I couldn't get back on stream. I had no way of doing it. I had no power. I had no internet. I just had the flashlight on my phone, and I still repinned all the wires with a flashlight. So I still stayed up trying to wait for the power to come back, but it never did. I'm glad she's getting the use out of the Switch. Oh, yeah, it's been stolen from me quite a bit. And also, the WRC game on there is actually surprisingly good. I just wish that it had better sticks. So, like, I need to buy, like, a pro controller, but I'm kind of thinking to buy, like, a Joy-Cons, but something with actual Hall effect, larger joysticks. Hey, happy Independence Day, right back at you. Good to know. Sounds gross. It does sound gross. Resin printers have toxic chemicals. Other than that, they get very... Yeah, right. Yeah, the toxic, don't touch them, all that stuff. I do, Byron. This is ABS-like, and it's so brittle. It snaps like it's nothing, and it's Soraya Tech too. It's not like cheap bad stuff. Sure. I mean, I get it. I don't have a TikTok though. I did at one point. I started one, and then the whole platform just kind of skeeved me out, and I deleted it. So I don't have one anymore. But we have a Discord for the channel, totally free. Everyone's in there. I highly encourage you to jump in the Discord and hang out in there with us. I'm not remotely interested in dealing with the hassle of resin printing. I haven't been in 3 years, but like I said, I wanted this effect for a certain project, and hopefully I still do it. Yeah, right. It does. Yeah, I feel the same boat about. Yeah, I feel the same about resin. Great looking parts, but a terrible road to getting. Yeah, right. Brownie time. I have nothing but bad experiences with Creality. I texted them because my screen is stuck on the Creality. Then they say they can't do anything because I bought it from the store. They called it a third-party warranty. Oh, that sounds messy. I don't like that. I don't like that. It depends. So I would try again. I would like close that thread and email them again. See if you can get a different representative, because it sounds like whoever you were dealing with wasn't interested in helping you. Because I've had people that legitimately cared about every detail. Looks like they're wearing tighty whities with those shorts. No, just my pants were sagging that day. I had that sag. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Boss Hoss, what's going on? Tighty whities, we got it, we got it. Hey, Wilmar, what's happening? Sounds like it's time for some power walls. Yes. You can see the wallet in your back pocket. Yeah, the detail is incredible. Sounds like it's time, yeah, right, yeah. On the cable box and down here. Yeah, not cable box, but router. Mixed with tenacious clear resin. I've heard this before, but I've heard that ages ago. Hey, Wilmar with the 5 gifted. Thank you very much, Wilmar. Appreciate that. Thank you. By the way, everybody, that please, for those 5 folks that got memberships just now, please say a big thank you to Wilmar. Thank you, sir. There you go. Yeah, there's a link in the description for Discord. Hey, easy. New to 3D printing. In fact, I haven't yet opened my first print. And from TX. Hey, look at that. Nice machine. I have one right off the screen over there. It's actually a really good one. I hope you enjoy it. Definitely download Orca Slicer. You're gonna want that one. It works really well with it. Yeah, just jump right in. There's no, don't hold back. Just get into it. Especially because there's nothing to assemble anymore, right? That's very kind of you. Thank you, Will. Whoa, we got another. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, 3D&T. That's cool. There we go again, guys. For those 5 that got more memberships, please give a huge thank you to 3D&T Printing. How awesome. Now the party started. That's right. I like it. Cheers to you. Appreciate that. All right, here's what I want to do. I think I want to pull those parts off, and you guys will get to see what it's like to do that. So let's do that. The problem is my resin machine. Maybe I can do this. Let's see if this will work. All right. So I have the V400 right here, and that is my resin station. So what I'm going to do is I'll set this up like this. I'm going to go over there and grab all the supplies that I need. Gotta get Fedor's roses. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Just use rubber gloves. Everything else, the mask goes to waste unless you change everything. Right, right. And this machine has a carbon filter in it, which is nice. All right, so let me grab what I need. So first things first, we're gonna need our isopropyl alcohol. This Tupperware comes with the cure station from Creality. The only thing we're missing is the thing that goes in it, and that is inside of the curing station. Let's go ahead and take that off. It's annoying because this part, for whatever reason, doesn't actually have a what's it called? A hinge like the main machine. The main machine has a hinge, and it makes it really easy to open. But this one does not, and it's kind of annoying, to be honest. All right, so let me try to figure out, because usually I do this here, but what would be a good way? I guess I'll take my towel. Yeah, let's take my towel, my snips. Let's move this over here. Let me grab a couple paper towels. Let's do that. Let me get some gloves. All right, so that print has been finished since early morning, so it's been there majority of the day. Hey, Papa's here. What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, Martin. Looks like a fry basket. It does. It does literally look like a fry basket. Ghirardelli has the best brownie mix. Nice. Gotta get some fried chicken up in here. And now I want some fried chicken. Man, now I want some fried chicken too. But yeah, so now we got a box with a deep fryer basket in there. All right, so here is what I'm gonna do. Let's keep the tools here. What would be the best to let the resin leak into? All right, hold on. I'll have tools on my towel here. Spin this around. Let me move my drinks because I'm risking everything and bringing all this mess here. Let's do this. I'm going to lift this up and we'll bring it down like that so you guys can see the whole mess. There we go. So once again, this is what I'm doing now. Might not be the best way to do this, but this is how I am currently getting myself ready to process a print from the 3D printer. Whereas with a regular FDM 3D printer, I would have already been, done. All right, we got plenty over here to drip on. I'm gonna try not to drip on the towel, but if I do end up dripping on the towel, what I do is I actually put this towel in UV and it hardens that resin so it's not raw resin. The other thing that I might not be able to do, by the way, is once I get resin on my gloves, I'm not gonna be able to like scroll with the chat. So let me go ahead and set it up so that it moves and I'll be able to see the latest. All right, so what I need now is, I guess we can use this. It's okay if resin actually drips on this. Yeah, it'll be all right. All right, so I am going to lift the machine's lid. I'm gonna unscrew the print bed, and this does have a print failure, but I wanna process the stuff that didn't fail. So we're just gonna lean it like this. Usually, like I said, I would do it all over there. Just gonna lay this down. There we go. I'm gonna close this to keep the smell as low as possible. All right, so the build plates on these don't release prints very easily typically, so a metal scraper is the way to go. Hey Nico, what's going on, man? Been on the fence with resin printing. This is a good live experience, thanks. Yep, so then this is a total pain right here, but what you do is you kind of have to try to get underneath of there, and once you get underneath, it's pretty easy, but getting underneath, you always kind of worry because you're always thinking that you're going to scrape the bed, and you are kinda. You actually do scrape the bed a bit. Sometimes using something like a razor is a little bit better, but it is what it is. And as you can see how brittle it is, it's actually breaking, like snapping off the build plate here. That went into my coffee cup. Yep, so there you go. My coffee is now tainted. Yeah, that little piece that broke off went into my coffee. I'm gonna forget and then drink that. Great. Yep, so just kind of scrape this off. There we go. And now the bed is cleaned off. I'm gonna take this back. Keep in mind, I'm trying not to drip everywhere, but it's bound to happen. All right, get this on there. Just tighten it a little bit, just so it doesn't fall somewhere or something crazy happens. There we go. Now I'm gonna take a paper towel just to clean the extra off my gloves. I'll remind you about the coffee, thank you, Oceanic. FDM is not better or worse. Depends on what you need. Exactly. There's definitely a use case for this, 100%. I'm just going to move my cup like back because I will totally forget and drink just straight resin. All right, so this part. So this was definitely a fail. It came off of these tiny supports. I tried to make the supports smaller because the last print, the supports were so large, I was breaking them. This was another failure. Luckily, I didn't really need this part, but it is gorgeous. Like, it is a really good looking part, but it definitely came off of the supports and broke. But these should be totally okay. Let me show you guys. So this should be perfect. And yes, the Soriatech transparent black is actually blue. So what I'm gonna try to do is keep as much of the stuff on these paper towels so I can just throw it away. I'm gonna try really hard not to have them touch each other because this resin is cured, but it's not fully cured. It's still soft. So I kind of just want to wiggle everything a little bit, be kind of gentle with the surfaces that you're going to be seeing because you might end up like fingerprinting them. But I just want to kind of move them around to start the process of the parts coming apart. And then whatever I can't break off by hand, I will use some snips, and it looks like they're coming apart really, really nicely. The other thing that you can do, and I've done this in the past with some stubborn ones, is boiling water. You have a tub of boiling water, but that is yet again another thing that you have to consider and do, which is kind of wild. So here's the first part, and it is just after a bunch of wiggling and breaking just came off. So this is significantly better than how I did it before. So here is our part. Right now it's wet and dripping with uncured resin. So I'm just gonna put it gently down into our isopropyl alcohol and try to get the other one. So it looks like it's coming apart perfect. So these two were just absolutely flawless in comparison. I'm so happy about that. Okay, so that was nice and easy. I'm gonna throw that one down. This is all absolute trash. And technically speaking, the best way to do this is to throw this in the UV chamber as well. And the reason you'd want that is just so that there isn't any uncured resin just hanging around in your trash cans. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the gloves. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take off one glove because this stuff still has resin on it. And the reason why I have this towel is because I actually use this towel to spray everything down that I used for cleaning with isopropyl alcohol. And then, like I said, I cure the towel. Let me grab the ISO because some got on my desk. And isopropyl alcohol definitely washes away resin, but the best way to do it is UV light. UV light cures it and it becomes safe to touch. All right, so there you go. Everything is now clean, or clean enough for me to take the glove off. So let's do that. What I like to do with all my tools is wrap them up and set them to the side so that I'm not touching them. And now we have the parts right here in the cure basket in our isopropyl alcohol. So what you want to do is close this just like that. And on the bottom, there's actually a spinner, and our cure station has a magnet on the bottom. So I'm going to set it right on top of here, and we are going to run a wash for 10 minutes. I'm going to do a slow wash so that our light parts aren't just flying around everywhere. There we go. Let's wipe this down a little bit. All right, so we got a whole tornado going on in there. So that is going for 10 minutes. And I really want some coffee. But I can't. All right, so that's happening. After that, I'll explain how we're going to do the rest. So we got a 10-minute little break. In the meantime, before I read the comments, guys, there's a pinned comment right on top here. I'm picking 2 winners for 2 spools of PLA Plus by 3D Max. The reason why I'm doing that is because my last stream last week was cut short by a storm and I lost power, so I couldn't pick a winner. If you guys are in the United States, planning on sticking around till the end, and you guys fill in this question, see how many of you guys, there's only 39 people, so pretty good chances to win 2 spools of filament. Go ahead and check that out. Also, while you guys are at it, please check out shop.3dprintsos.com. I've been designing a whole bunch of really cool 3D print related shirts, some hoodies, and made some pretty cool merchandise, such as what you're seeing right here below my desk here, some mats. These are all illustrated different hot ends that I've had over the years, along with mugs, things of that nature. Lowest prices that I could possibly put on here. T-shirts are just 16 bucks. That's shop.3dprintsos. Anyway, let me go ahead and check out what you guys have been saying for a little while. I'll go just a little bit up. It'll grow hair in your chest. It'll probably grow more than that. But apparently what happens with resin is the more that it touches you, the more your skin is exposed, the more allergic in a way you get to it. I don't know the technical terms. I am not a doctor, but apparently that's what it does. So you want to have the least amount of uncured resin on you as possible. Resin definitely can be used for functional parts, right? Especially if you find the correct resin for what you're doing. And the things that I'm printing are making a functional part. I mean, this is going to be functional, and the resolution matters for this type of thing. There's those TPU and ABS. So this is an ABS resin, and I think that's a bit of a misconception because it's still super, super brittle. Way more brittle than regular ABS. It is ABS-like. It's not actual ABS. And the TPU stuff, that does actually work. That stuff I've experienced with, and that's the best, especially because you can add just a little bit of it. And that's what I would have done here. Adding a little bit of it to this, that tenacious stuff would have been better. It just would print a little bit better. Everything would come apart, and the chance of you cracking this thin print would have been better. FDM is easier and usually good enough. Yeah, especially nowadays, FDM is amazing. FDM is just, it's gotten incredible with very, very minimal effort with machines like Bambu Labs and some of the latest Creality machines. The Chitech X1 Pro is unbelievable. Things like that. A reminder. Thank you. Appreciate that. Damn, looks good. It does look good, doesn't it? I get more. Thank you. I appreciate the help. If you drink resin and then go poop in the sun, does that make you a 3D printer? Remember, everybody's a 3D printer. My friend at Spacers 3D Print does resin. I'm a teenager and I 3D print for a hobby. And that I want to get into resin 3D printing. That's cool. What Yeah, I mean, resin has its own challenges. I think that if you are a teenager, I would stay away from resin, unless you specifically want to do something that like requires like a special project of some sort. Otherwise, I would probably stick to 3DM for a little, I mean, FDM for a little while, just to get an understanding. I've been in this for many, many years. I've had rooms full of machines and 3D printers, and to me, resin is still more challenging in many different ways. Good, 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 good. Seal box, resin supports, and sun cure. Yep, that's the proper way to do it right there. Oh my god. Homie, you need to message me. I have a product you need to buy for your work surface. Yeah, I'm down. I will message you, sir. By the way, hello Jerry, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat because I was trying to kind of do the resin thing. There's gonna be a big storm hitting Mexico, I heard. Yeah, that's not fun. Right there, right here. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you looking out for me. Yeah, the large mouse pad that's in the store is amazing. Like I said, I need to buy a couple more, but I use mine every single day. I love it. Phone cases, maybe. Thank you, Will. Appreciate that. Resin will also dry your hands out like this hard desert. Yep, yeah. Actually, last week when I was working on it, I was picking up a part, and the part dripped inside my glove, and I didn't even notice, just because my glove had some on there. And when I took the glove off, the resin was inside my whole glove, my whole hand. So that kind of stuff will just happen, I guess, time from time. Contact dermatitis. Is that the term for it? How is it before work, bro? No, this is very much post work. I literally worked, went to dinner, and then I'm here. Like, I had no break, so yeah, that's why I'm not working on any specific project, just kind of hanging out, answering questions. Great question for the giveaway tonight. Thank you. And what is the question? Just so you guys know. Do you have any other hobbies outside of 3D printing? What are they? Does 3D printing help that hobby? Well, it should be that hobby, but it's the hobby. Yeah, let me know, guys. I haven't really, to be honest, sat down and read some of this stuff, but I'm thinking of doing a video because we've now done 62 giveaways through live streams. Well over hundreds of spools have been giving away so far, thanks to 3D Max. So huge thank you to 3D Max for doing that. Don't forget, you can always use 3D Print SOS to get 5% off of 3D Max filament. But so I have a ton of these questions, and I don't just read them, right? I just kind of keep most of them to myself. So yeah, I think it would be cool to do maybe a video where it's just kind of going over the things that you guys say and answer, and how the community reacts to some of these questions. That might be at least an interesting video that's slightly outside of 3D printing, you know, specifically. I 3D printed twice today. Thank you, Zumi. My studio is super messy, full of Halloween stuff and filament and 3D printer. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's how you function, you know? Yes. Yes, it is. It's not just bamboo. Both my Vorons do the same thing. There's certain prints with a perfectly flat wall that you're just like, holy crap. It's unbelievable where 3D printing has gone. Wasn't in the mood for an essay. My bad. My hobby outside of 3D printing is blowing up cars and buying broken ones to fix them. There's actually quite a lot of folks, and at least they used to be, when I first started doing live streams, there was a lot of car conversations in the live streams. Even stuff that I couldn't keep up with because it's mostly older vehicles that I just don't have experience with. But there's still a lot of car people in my streams, which is really cool. I actually know a bunch of people that do Halloween stuff almost full time. Greg's Adventure is another one. He literally does props the whole year, all the time. Here's a question for you guys. By the way, hi Grifang. Can you have the reaction in other parts, or am I expecting, like for example, that explanation where I had resin drip down into my glove and kind of go on my skin? Can that happen somewhere else, or is the problem area always going to be where the resin went into your skin? If you guys know that, I would love to know that. Maybe it works for a dino. Yeah, soon. Yep, soon. I hear if you have a resin print farm, you need to filter air before it goes into the environment. Wow, I didn't know that. I'm pretty sure they will. I'm pretty sure they will. But yeah, there has been a delay in contact for sure. Better make sure everyone in here likes, comments, and subscribes, and then does it again on other YouTube account. Yes, that would be nice. I don't know. I always feel kind of weird asking for that kind of stuff. I always have. That's why I never really mention it unless someone else does in the stream. But yeah, I agree. Do that. And then also go to the Print House's channel and subscribe there and like their videos, please. Because Jerry's a cool dude. And a great resource, too. I just brought home a Subi engine. Gonna replace this weekend. Wait, your Subi engine? What do you mean? Did I miss something? He has a pretty cool legacy, by the way. Yeah, there you go. You know him. That's the guy. No, it's where it contacts your skin. Oh, okay, okay. You should put a rubber band. That's actually, yeah, that's good. That's a good call. Yeah, that was the first time that's happened. I used to resin print back in the day, about 3 years ago. Zoom in. Are you trying to be smart? Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Smoke, what's up? Hey, we got another 5 3D&T. Come on. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you very much. For those that are getting the 5 gifted subs, please give a big thank you in the chat to 3D&T Printing. Thank you. Nice. That is a great reason. Yeah, that's very, very nice of you, 3D&T. Thank you. Popped the head gasket the other week. Ah, well, that makes a lot more sense. Which side? 1020. Yeah, it's 1020 here as well. Itching and reaction isn't really bad part. The bad part is your body absorbs the chemicals and it kind of goes straight to your liver, which can be very bad. It just makes it worse. Oh man, that's not good. Yeah, see, I just don't know that kind of thing. I cried for you as well. No one likes hearing that type of thing, you know? Bratuch, have you ever had an Audi or Volkswagen? I mean, I had Volkswagens and I had an Audi. Get at me. Make some horsepowers. Trying to make an 8-second 2021 Audi S4. Nice, that's pretty sick. I used to have a A3 back when it wasn't a sedan. Back when it was a hatchback. I've had a GTI and also a Golf. And I'm probably potentially looking, I'm going to say in the next 2-3 years, looking into buying a late 80s either Cabrio to put a VR6 in there, or maybe something wacky like a Corrado, but I'm not too sure. But I want something a little bit older. If not a Mark 1, then maybe a Mark 3. Mark 4 with 1.8T would be fun, but I'm not sure. They're kind of all ratty. So we'll see. But I've always been a Volkswagen fan. And eventually I want an older project car to work on. Audi has kind of been my nemesis. I had quite the lemon of an A3. I had battles with it, but that's good to know. I don't know of any really like trustworthy Volkswagen or Audi shops at the moment, so that's good to know. Subaru I do, but not for Volkswagen Audi, so good to know. I just spilled a jar of ABS glue on my lap. Nice. I'm the best, but you guys follow closely behind. Well, anyone in my recommended channels. Nice. Good. That's cool. I like the first part. I'm the best. Hey, you gotta have that mentality, you know? Have you ever had a printer catch fire? No, I have not. I even tried deliberately to catch Aquilas on fire back when they were deemed by some people unsafe. I recommend not doing that. I only love the A3 hatchback. Nice. Yeah. It was my dream car. I live in Maryland, and I bought one in Atlanta because it was a really specific white and manual with cloth seats. I wanted cloth with moonroof. I flew out there and I drove it all the way back. And then pretty much as soon as I got it, it was nothing but issues. Hey, Samuel Williams, the founding father? What's going on? It does. What? You wanted a 97 A8? First of all, it better have been an A8L. That's number one. A 97? Oh my God. So the model after the 97, I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember. Was it 2000? I think it was in 2000 or even 99. I almost bought one of those as well. One of my dreams was at one point when I was really in Audis back then, was to have one of those A8Ls with the airbag module that dumps it when it's parked. Those huge long A8s were so cool looking, and you don't see them at all now. Like, they're literally all junked. So kind of happy. Nice, sick. Do you work for a shop, or do you do this as a hobby? This is good to know. This is good to know. Also, that's right. Rhodesman had a Mark IV R32, which was glorious. He went the STI route afterwards because you know that's probably the right road at that time frame back then. I own the best boat in the world, the Benchy boat. In that case, I own many, many, many of those. Nice, 69 Corvair. That's a cool one. Triumph is neat too. Not for me, but I like it. They're neat. Malibu SS. Look at that. 64. Nice. Ooh, that's a boat right there. We're talking boats now. Nice. Sick. The S3 was cool. We definitely did not get that here. You gotta have pretty specific conditions to get. Well, you gotta have thermal runaway without it being. I think Nero tried to do it, didn't he? I remember someone else put it out in the field. It might have been 3D Printing Nerd. Joe might have done it. Who actually had maybe a lot of smoke. I don't remember if there was actual fire, but there were a few content creators that followed through the idea for sure. Fake Infinity. Poor man's Infinity. Just like that Lexus, that's poor man's Supra. Hey, nice. Hey, Nigel. Thanks for popping in. It's very kind of you to say thanks as well. 82 Celica. I've been trying to say Celica instead of Celica because, you know, it seems fun. Let me check the print real quick now that I'm almost caught up with the chat. I cannot remember if it was an L or not. It had 250k miles, and my mom convinced me not to. Instead, I bought an 05 Z4. Okay. Z4 is a cool whip as well. But yeah, that L with that A8 with 250, oh my God, that thing would have been Oh, you would have been pulling your hair out, man. All the electronics would have been broken. The buttons would be faded, and they don't fade, they peel, and they're white underneath. That was a huge problem with mine. It was nearly new, and like 2 years down the road, or a year and a half down the road, some of my buttons, like the Windows buttons, the soft touch would peel, and the buttons are white underneath, and they glow. It's just crazy. Nice. I like it. 72 Duster. Wow. I'm painting that picture. Hey, Jerry. What's up? What's up? Now design parts for Audi and some Volkswagen. Nice. That's awesome. That's sick. All right, let me grab this real quick. Let's see how they did. All right, so what I'm going to do now, should I point the camera over here? You guys can see me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this over, the tub that I have. And this machine has this little plate. This is a spinner plate. And what I'm going to do is we open this container with our freshly washed parts in it. I'm going to take out this basket. I'm going to just shake out these parts just to make sure that they're not just full of isopropyl. All right, and I'm just going to set this right on top. Let me rearrange them so they're kind of straight. And I'm going to set this on the dryer or the UV station. Let me close this lid. There we go, and let's close it. So you also don't want to make too much contact with the isopropyl in here because it is actually also filled with the plastic, with the uncured resin that you washed off. So keep that in mind. One of the things that I like to do is actually put the entire container, once I'm done with the print, put the entire container in the UV station and run the UV for like 20 minutes through the isopropyl, and all of the plastic that's in it, the resin will cure and it falls to the bottom and you can just clean it up. All right, so let's go cure. We're gonna go normal speed. I'm gonna do 10 minutes and then we'll rotate them. There you go. So now it is taking its sunbathing session in there. Let's see how many guys are in there. 49 folks, 90 minutes left. I went from live streaming unboxing an Ender 3 V3 SE to watching this really late in the night. Nice. Pulled you in. Pulled you in. Q8. Nice. Nagaro blue. Bags. Can module connect. I could drop it all the way. Yeah. I that's the can module that I wanted back in the day. Like I wanted the A8L just because you could get that module from Germany, and it was like a park mode. And when you park, it just dumps all the air out the bags. Super cool. Oh man, I missed it. Yeah, happy 4th to you. Thank you for popping in as always. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you for being here, man. And have a good one. Vega wagon. Nice. Gotta love unboxings, man. Tomorrow's the 4th. I'm cooked. Bye. Hey, thank you for popping in. Appreciate you. Good to see you in here. I'm trying to see what in your icon. It looks like you have a little hat on top of the Hata in there, and then you have a pink collapsible sword laying there. But from a distance, it's wild. I don't even know what my brain thought that thing was. So in the whole thing with the X1C, I was on the Bambu group, and I asked to see if there was a phone number to call Bambu. Usually these companies have a phone number to call someone. You're going to get flamed in that group if you're asking these kind of questions, first of all, and I'm sure you did. No, they're not going to have you talk to anybody. That level of customer service is extremely expensive, and as successful and big as Bambu is, I doubt they have enough people to be able to call, because sometimes these type of problems are very complex and they need a video and all that kind of stuff. They most of the time even want the whole machine for service, so I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe it is, but I don't think so. Who talks anymore? Ew. Nice. Any ideas what to do for the 4th, as in like for the channel? That's a good question. I don't know. I typically don't do any more of that kind of stuff. I used to. But you know, do the typical stuff. If you can print something in red, white, and blue, whatever it might be, that might be enough. You know, you can print, take it off, and then wish everyone a happy 4th. Like that type of thing is a little bit more personable, and people might like that. That would be a recommendation. Usually you can even do a short sometimes, you know. Hey, listen, no one said my first car was cool. My first car was a 96 Golf GL 2.0 automatic. My parents didn't let me get manual back then. And that's, yeah, I bought it myself. It was 4-door and it was pink. It was the Mark III Volkswagen color called Memory Red. It was actually really rare on a 4-door Golf. They mostly came on the Trek Edition Jettas back then. Yeah, there was a couple, I think there was, no, because the GTI had a color called like Mulberry. It wasn't actually Memory Red. So it was a really random and rare color, especially because it came on a special edition, Trek Edition Jetta. But that was the only thing special about it. Otherwise, it was an automatic 2.0 or 2 slow, excuse me, Golf. And I used to try to do burnouts in it, and the only way I could do it is if I turned the wheel all the way and then gun it with the handbrake hut. My first car was a 96 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Nice. Duct tape. Hey, you know, that adds character. The 96 Mitsus were cool, man. That was the same as the Eagle Talon. I had a buddy, they used to race those. Had a bunch of really fast ones. Soon. You got to get on it. I bought my first car, I think I was 15 years old, before the learner's permit, before I even took driving school. I actually took driving school in it, which was wild that they let me do that. Usually you have to drive their own vehicles, but not to the one I went to. 2 slow, that's right, that's what they used to call it. Hypermotive, I actually used to have EIP tuning stickers on the windows of my 2 slow automatic Golf. I remember I went there one time, because that's when I really got into Volkswagen. I went there one time when they were in their prime back then, or crime, depending on who you ask. I went there, I was blown away, so I bought some stickers and put them on my car. So people were forever making fun of me for having that. You can, I mean, you can make a bunch of money 3D printing your way into buying a car. It's very possible and very doable. But yeah, buying your own first car is pretty rewarding. Not at the time. You might not think it's cool at the time, especially because most of the time you can't necessarily afford like something like really cool, if that makes sense. But you'll talk about it like us old folks talk about it now. Like it's one of those things. 94, I mean, that's a fantastic first car. Dukes of Hazzard. I think we all drove our first cars like the Dukes of Hazzard. Lucky. No one remember EIP. I knew you would. Wow. 83 Hurspurs. Upgraded cassette player. Nice. 38 miles per gallon back then was insanity. That was Corolla territory. Oh my god. So you go to a police station on your horse and you're able to drive your buggy back out? Nuts. Is he dead? Is he dead? Wow. Oops. Yeah, I mean, there was so much sketchy stuff revolving around EIP. Even back then, that was when? That was 2003, 2004. Somewhere around that time frame. It was super sketchy back then. How many rolls of filament do I have? I can't. There's too many. I have a lot. I have a lot of filament. I have a lot, and I've had more than most. 81 Corolla, nice. If you had that now, you could probably sell it for quite a bit. Big GT. Those interiors were some of the worst interiors ever. Did they? Rich, yeah, man. Rest in peace. Yeah, that's a boat. That's a boat. What's your favorite 3D printer so far? Oops. I don't mind at all. I think it's going to be a bit of a I can't click on your name for whatever reason. YouTube. Nope. Hold on. This. No, I don't mind at all. I would say that the Trident is my all-time favorite. If I was to just keep one, I'd probably keep that, and then build a carrot feeder, which I have, by the way. I got to do that. If I was limited in space, I would definitely keep the V0. However, those are the reason. This is the caveat, right, in the question. Those aren't purchased machines; they're built machines. If I was to keep a built machine, I mean a purchased machine, I think it would be a tie between the X1 Carbon and the Chitty-Tech X1 Pro. Those two are the most capable at the moment. I would say the K machines, but the K machines don't have a heater. And the Bambu is just incredible with its AMS, and the Q1 Pro from Chitty-Tech has a heater in it. So, and that is really valuable to things that I print. So I think it's a multi-part question here, but my all-time favorite printer is this. It's mine. It's built the way I like it. It does everything that I want, and then I can always upgrade it. I can always downgrade it. I can always make it do whatever I want. So the Trident is definitely my favorite machine. In the same vein, the V0.2, because it's the same, just smaller. Bought machines, Chitty-Tech Q1 Pro or the Bambu Lab X1C, because it's amazing. However, the caveat there is the X1C is crazy expensive, so that's only a thing if you can afford it. Then I'm using it to test one of their turbo kits when they had it there, and some routine maintenance. Classic. 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 Oh, I bet you were slick ricking that thing up with some of that. What were those wipes? Armor All wipes and whatnot. Yes, if it does, I mean, you know, I'm really excited for that machine. All right, this thing ended, so I'm going to take the cover off, and then I'm going to rotate these guys, just so that we get all of it. Let me just prop it up on here, so that all of the liquid ends up coming off. All right, and let's do another 10 minutes in the sun, and then we'll take a look. By the way, for everyone that's just jumping in, there is a pinned comment right over here. If you guys jump in there, it will take you to this page. where you can see the 50 entries have been had. If you guys are planning on sticking around, you're in the United States, I'm going to be picking 2 winners to draw for PLA Plus spools from 3D Max. All right, so in the United States, answer the question, be here for the drawing, and we will have 2 lucky winners. All right, so keep that in mind. P1S all day, best of all worlds. I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. P1S seems like a great in-between of all these things. I got a dip, so if you're doing these every Wednesday, let me know. Yeah, Zax, we do this almost every single Wednesday. I can't say every Wednesday because sometimes I physically can't or something comes up. So we try to stream every Wednesday. That's my stream day. Like I said, jump into the Discord if you can, because there's alerts set up there on, you know, whenever I post a video or a short, or when I go live, you get an alert. Most of the time, if it's like a big live stream where I have something planned out, like an unboxing for a machine or a product, something like that, I do those in advance so that you have at least a day to know that it's coming. Usually it's 9 p.m. Wednesday, all right? Just so you know. How does it know where you are in the US? Because when you make the account, there is an address of some sort, and it tells me where you are, so I can confirm that you are in the United States. Because sometimes, and also it's because they only ship to the United States at the moment. They're working on it, but at the moment it's United States only. Easy. I just bought the K1 and the KE and FlashForge 4 days ago. I don't know why, but I'm liking the FlashForge better. I don't know why. I wish they sold the Trident assembled already. So they kind of do. Troodon, I think is the way you say it. By I should know this. Troodon printer. Formbot. Jeez. Formbot. So they have a few machines that that are mostly assembled versions of Vorons. They're not one-to-one, they're their own little versions, but they're very close and are geared towards the people that don't want to spend the enormous amount of time making it yourself. So that exists. But yeah, the KE is an interesting bed slinger. I personally like just the V3 a little bit better. I just think they're built a little bit better, but the KE has its place for sure, especially like more of an entry-level style that has like room to grow. The K1 is just a workhorse. The thing's great. It's hard to talk smack, especially if you don't have that much room. It's not that much bigger than some of the other machines I have, yet, you know, everything is super compact and great. It's a nice package. The user experience there is good. And then the FlashForge, for me, the FlashForge is the price is unbelievable, right? $299 is insane. But it's an open air machine, so, you know, for me, it's a TPU machine. It prints TPU really well. Does 3D Max manufacture in the United States? They do. They make it all in Florida, and they ship it out of Florida, and they keep it all in the United States. So it's a made in the United States, US-made brand. Troodon's based on 2.4. Yes. I believe they have more models now, both smaller, larger, and various versions. What about the 3v3 SE? That is probably one of the best entry-level machines, and it has been my recommendation forever until Bambu kind of undercut them and made their A1 Mini the same price. If you're looking at both of them, the ecosystem you enter with Bambu Lab is just a little bit better. So yes, you are not getting the same size machine. The A1 Mini is a little bit smaller, but at the end of the day, you can go AMS, and there's just a better ecosystem with Bambu for the same price. And because of that, I lean more towards that end. Now, some people do not like the Bambu ecosystem and want open source. If you're that person at all, the SE is just better because it is mostly open source. You can have it run Clipper, that type of thing. You can do whatever you want with it. At the end of the day, it has more of a modder aspect to it where you can modify it, do whatever you want. You're not held back. Bambu Lab, once you're in it, that's it. You can't really do much. There's things you can do, of course, as always. But it's not in the same way as you can to a Creality machine. Now, the SE isn't the KE or the non-letter V3, so it doesn't come with Clipper right away, which is kind of a bummer, to be honest. But it's a very basic machine, and if I was picking between other machines in that price range, I think I would go A1 Mini. Just don't upgrade firmware on the FlashForge. It has been highly unstable after upgrade. Uh-oh. I don't know. I haven't turned it on in probably several weeks. I haven't needed to print any TPU. The last thing I printed is these wheels on it in TPU. Also, school's out now, which means I have to get my butt into a field and fly this thing. It's time. Yeah, absolutely. I bought so many 3D printers that I had to tell my wife I want some of them. I think you mentioned that before. That's pretty funny. I like that. I don't recommend buying mostly assembled versions of Vorons. There's an enormous amount of time to build a machine to your standard and spec. What makes it Voron worth it? That's true, and I totally agree with it. But from what I understand from people that I trust, like from their mouth, is they are the base platform that you can still build upon. The only issue is it's not the base model of a Voron. So you would have to do a couple things, but you're also not held back here. It's completely open to what you can do with it. So I don't know. In my personal, like for me personally, a person that likes to build, that likes it as a project as well, I would suggest one with 3D printed parts already, like a Voron kit. Because then you can build it and you don't have to print anything. You're just kind of building. I like that kind of thing. But if you don't want to build a kit, I totally get it. So there's space for it. See you next Wednesday. Absolutely. Thanks for being here. And see you next Wednesday. A1 Mini. Yes, A1 Mini. I have one. Yeah, both with AMS. Nice. Me too. Gotta go. Convince the kids it's time to go to sleep. But stream, hey, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, that's a perfect video to compare them with. 10 million views on crashing through. Listen, the video might be really short. I might have just enough content for a short. It depends on what happens, you know. The V3 Plus is unique. It's a great machine. I have one. I use it. It's great. Whoa, 10 gifted. Hey, thank you, Jason. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Please make sure you give a huge thanks if you guys got a membership from Mr. Rhodesman. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. If you don't want to build a Voron kit, I think the current wave of machines has you covered. If you want a Voron, then you should really want to tinker putting a machine together. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, isn't it amazing? I love it. It's just so cool that that's the thing. It's not just like a gift. Like it's a gift to everybody. Like everyone, it's just cool. I like that. So here's the thing. So look, Rhodesman gave 10 gifted. There's only 2 people in here that receive them at the moment because everyone else is already a member because of the previous ones. I wonder how this works. As people come in and stay long enough to earn a membership, does it give it to them? Does Rhodesman get 8 back? How does that work, I wonder? I guess I don't know enough about that. Very generous. I totally agree. Thank you to everyone that's been gifting. It's very nice. All right, let's see. I heard a beep back here. All right, here's what I will do. Do I still have the towel over there? I do. We're gonna take the cover off, put it up here for now, even though it's gonna slide off one day and just destroy itself. It not having a hinge is whack. All right, so let's see how these turned out. Nice, rat rig's cool. I think subscribers who aren't around but have been in lives in the past enough to get them. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, good, good, good. That's good to know. Nice. Oh, okay, perfect. All right, so let's check these out. I shouldn't need gloves because 1, they were washed, and 2, they were cured. And they were cured on both sides for quite a bit. So yeah, I mean, these came out just absolutely stellar. I do see some kind of little issue up there, but I'll clean that out and figure that out. How can I show these to you better? All right, guys, let's see. Right, let me go to manual. Manual focus. Bang. There we go. All right, so yeah, there's some parts that are still wet up there. As you can see right here, the wet rings. I just need to isopropyl alcohol that some more. So here is our print. And as you can see, where's the old one? So the old one had crazy support dents because I printed it flat with a ton of supports. See that? And it kind of like ruined it in a way. So this, and also the layer lines, as you can see, there's a little bit of a texture. This being printed on an angle has completely transformed this part. This is totally, totally perfect. So my area of concern is things like this. So that has to be washed some more, by the way. So things like this, for example, and where you're going to be screwing in with threads, I have a feeling that is just going to pop because this is so brittle. But yeah, I'll try to install these hopefully tomorrow at some point because you know, it's 4th of July and I have stuff going on. And I don't have the switch down here, otherwise I would have started. So here's the second one. Yeah, I mean, you know, this, by the way, that shine, that's just extra leftover resin that should be able to be cleaned. Some people use a toothbrush, which I have somewhere actually. I gotta grab it. So yeah, actually, let's do that. Let me clean these off. So this one that's broken, I'm gonna put in the trash so I don't mix it up. Let me grab the isopropyl again. And my toothbrush, I have one somewhere. That's for resin. I am gonna go ahead and put gloves on, or at least one glove, because that vat full of isopropyl alcohol actually has a resin in it. Let me go to auto focus again. All right, let's do it. So let me get my towel here with my tools inside of it. And here somewhere, I have a toothbrush. I found it. All right, this will be my resin brush. I put the glove on the wrong hand. Hold on, let me swap this. There we go. Yeah. That looks really nice. Yeah, they do look really good. They do. I really like the Infomec TX recommended. Even took it to Merv. Nice. Yeah, I mean it's been a surprisingly good machine. How's the room smell now? So the room is not that bad. I have a large dehumidifier running that has filtration on it, and I have another filtration literally right next to me right here that blows clean air up. So it's actually not that bad. If I was to leave the room right now and come back because of all this open, I mean, I'd be able to smell it, but it's not that bad. They look injection molded. They do. They do. Don't drink your coffee. Thank you. I moved it to the side. 14 machines, your mini production company. Yeah, I mean, there's many more off screen. Like I said, I've had 67 machines here. How do you power that place? I don't do anything specific. I can't run them all at the same time. Each socket that I have them plugged in can hold about 4 machines running. Any more, I'll pop a breaker. I can run up to 5 at the same time of a specific plug. However, you can't do them at the same time, as in like they can't be heating at the same time. So you have to stagger start them. So what I'm doing now is I'm just dipping into the isopropyl and then using a toothbrush to kind of get that sticky, uncured resin off these parts, and then we'll throw them back in to get a little bit more sun, and hopefully we'll have a final here real soon. But yeah, these look absolutely stellar. All right, that should be good for one. Let's get the other. So yeah, you know, it has its pluses, but like I said, this stuff is so brittle. My confidence level isn't very high. I think that when I go to screw in some of the hardware, it's just going to crack. There's probably no way around that. But definitely looks absolutely gorgeous, especially when they're wet. And a lot of people say that you can really wake these things up by spraying them with some clear but yeah, I mean, that looks gorgeous. Hold on, let me do manual focus. It looks like the latest firmware on my camera has stopped the focus from working, which is great. Yeah, here we go. So let me flip them. Like those little details in there, the tiniest little walls. You could print these in FDM and they will work, but this is probably going to be very difficult to compare. Even on probably the best 3D, on the best FDM style prints, this would still be pretty tough to beat. All right, I'm gonna go throw those in for another 10 minutes. Maybe I'll do a little bit longer. You just lay them down. I'm gonna stand them up actually, so that things can kind of just drip down if they need to. There we go. Glove off. Cover on. And let's go faster this time. 15 minutes. Let's go. All right, let that cure. Close this bad boy. Go set it over there so that I remember to cure this thing as well, because it definitely has some resin in there. My tools that require gloves can remain in here, and I will set it to the side. So yeah, as you guys can see, a little bit more involved. It is what it is. All right, my back's hurting. Time for a seat. All right, flexi spot. Love this desk. Come on down. All right, so we can probably do one of these. Let's see what we got. Let me catch up with the chat. Do you run heated beds? Yes, everything has a heated bed. Cover that vat while cleaning other parts. Less alk into there. Yeah, right. Should have done it. I find IPAs much worse than the resin smell. I don't mind the IPA as much. The resin eventually gives me a headache, although admittedly, maybe it doesn't because this machine has a filtration system. Because this resin machine does have a filtration system. But I haven't noticed headaches down here. Maybe I haven't spent that much time down here. I don't know. Yes, I agree. You do need them. Life hack. I'm rocking 420 amp circuits in my rebuilt studio. I should never power breaker again. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Bacon, eggs, and 3D print? Yes. Yep, this is how I do it right here. Yeah, when it starts to print, it's really not that bad whatsoever. It's just the initial bed heating, especially if you have larger machines, will definitely pull a circuit down. I run almost entirely ABS, and I can run 5 printers off one outlet. I have staggered. Yeah, right. So 5 is the max I can do without them freaking out. So these I split up between 2 different sockets, and same with the other side. Luckily, the other side doesn't have that much. But yeah, 5 is the most I can run. Didn't somebody make a bacon filament? I don't remember who did it, but somebody did. Yeah, it's multicolor that really sets them aside. The ecosystem user experience also does. There isn't one. The closest one's the K series, but it's not the same. It's a little bit more cheesy, if that makes sense. But yeah, there are plenty of machines that are just absolutely killer for less than half the price. Yeah, fast multicolor, no other option really. Even with the new machines coming out right now, those are some of the best options. He's just hanging out. Yes, and buried it. Ran conduit and everything, huh? Beef jerky, is that what it was? I thought it was bacon, but yeah, it's probably beef jerky. Yeah, because you kind of want the least amount of grease, right? Was it Joel? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, who I thought it was, but I didn't want to. Oh, nice, okay, yeah. She does, yeah. All right, what time we got? 11:05. All right, I'm probably not gonna do a stream until 12, guys. So if you guys are staying around, definitely hop into the link that's pinned at the top of the chat, right there, right here. If you guys are in the United States and are hanging around, we got 53 total entries at the moment. I'm probably gonna, once these things are pulled out and they're clean out of the UV station over there, I'm probably gonna call it a night. Just letting you guys know, I'm probably gonna end not the stream early, but end the giveaway a little early, and I will be drawing 2 names today, so there's gonna be 2 winners. I think it was probably printed solid, I want to say. Like, that's what my memory says. Because Joe used to rep them quite a bit. Yeah, I think it was printed solid. Is the P1S, I'm guessing, fastest the A1? Isn't the P1S fastest? I think you're saying, is the P1S as fast as the A1? Yes. The A1 and the A1 Mini are fast. I think the enclosed, I think the Core XY machines are a tad faster, but if they are, it's not by much. The A1 and the A1 Mini are very impressive bed slingers. The quality on them is really next level. I may already be a winner. Hey, that's what Mama says, right? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. You're right. He did. At least the Trump's elected. I mean, come on. I don't know if the other dude's even here with us. Um, it's a very I'm not getting political here, but it's a very, very weird, scary, interesting time when both the people are so far away from the ideal, and no one's gonna vote third party because that's how people vote, and that might not matter anyway. It's wild. It's a wild time. But hey, no matter who gets elected, there'll still be these streams. This channel will still be doing exactly the same thing, and none of that stuff is gonna change. So there's a positive for you. Proto pasta, not for the salad. Proto pasta. That's what it was. Pretty sure the A1 is faster than the P1S. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think the Core XY machines are a tad faster. I could be wrong. I don't know. Just because the two motors are moving one tool head at the same time, whereas on a Cartesian machine, it's one motor moving a bed and one motor moving the tool head. So just because of that alone, just because of the physics of it, I think Core XY is inherently faster. It's also boxed in, so it's way more rigid just by design. The only downside of Core XY is the complicated and long belt path, and just the complex system overall in comparison. But with that said, from what I remember, the A1 Mini definitely holds its own to my X1 Carbon in terms of speed. Yeah, you might be right. I don't have experience with the A1. I have the A1 Mini right behind the guy. And it's a killer machine. I've had zero issues, whereas with my X1, I've had a couple little quirks here and there. It's done exactly the same stuff. I usually print with them at the same time. It's a knockout of the park machine. Have fun in another country. Yeah, it might not be any better, to be honest. Every country has its own really interesting issues that we just don't notice because of media and people. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? There's not a pre-built bed slinger on the market that can outdo a traditional Core XY machine. Only one that can is the, the Stinger. Man, I want that machine. FiSec has a kit. I'm thinking about buying it, to be honest. Is it on Ali? I think it's on AliExpress. Hello? Gotta love the pop-ups. It's ridiculous. Stinger kit. Nope. Ooh, hopefully I caught that mute in time. Yeah, this thing is insanity. And I would love to play with this thing. Oh man, this seems like just such a cool thing. I want it. I want to play with it. I want to build it. Yeah, I'm in. It's expensive, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's not. That's expensive. But man, is it fun. It's definitely like a really high-end machine and just would be a super fun project. What is this thing? Oh, is it? Nice. Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't go well. But one thing that I do advocate for on the channel is the taking sides thing and being like not nice to your neighbor is absolute BS. Like, we can all hang out and have varying opinions, and have, you know, civil discourse and give our opinions without hating somebody. In fact, I require it, so it's not gonna go out of hand. We're not gonna do that. Crashed a drone several times. Batteries are dead. Packing them up so I can go home. Did one barrel roll by accident. Hey, that counts. I flew a whole ton of my the really small drone that I just absolutely love. I probably flew 10, maybe 12 battery packs. I had 2 dud battery packs. Ironically, they were the most expensive ones, so I had to ditch those. But yeah, still try to fly as much as I possibly can. What should I do with a little over 1 meter of leftover ABS filament? That's a good thing. I would save it. You know, save it and you'll find something. You'll find some knob that you need or some cover for something that you need. Yeah, the Stinger is absolutely bonkers. Is buying a 3D printer on AliExpress safe or a good buy from? As long as the seller is the official seller, is the official company. It is a totally legitimate website. I buy from there all the time. I think this is probably the most recent thing that I bought. Yes, these are a little bit cheaper than a 3D printer, but I'm a frequent flyer. Actually, all of the components for my Voron that I'm currently building that I purchased are from AliExpress. Yeah, what's it called? The Enraged Carrot Feeder is from there as well. So yeah, it's totally reputable. Just make sure that the store you're buying from is not just like on Amazon, like just like you'd want to buy from an official store, do the same here. Yeah, like I don't know what 5/6 store is, for example, but if we go back, I believe this one was for, yeah, this is their official store. Yeah, so I would I would grab it from here, definitely. I mean, this particular thing is expensive, but yeah, just make sure you're buying from the company that it's from. Like if you're looking at the Adventure, buy it from them. I wouldn't buy this though, because this should be $299. But yeah, you have to be kind of a smart shopper with AliExpress because you can buy some junk. I did have one issue. I bought 3 consoles from AliExpress and I got light bulbs instead. And they instantly gave me a thing to ship them back with, and gave me a full refund and sent me the right ones after repurchasing them. So their customer support was surprisingly good as well. Oh yeah, it's phenomenal. It's as good as my X1 Carbon, definitely. Oh yeah, you're late, baby. I may or may not have called you baby. It was like an indirect towards you, but at you. What makes the Stinger so special? It's lightning fast, and it's non-Core XY. It's a Cartesian machine that has all-wheel drive in 2 directions. It uses a carbon fiber sheet for the bed, not like carbon fiber like fake, like an actual carbon fiber sheet. It just kind of pushes the platform beyond what anyone else has done. Yeah, yep, this is the best way to describe it. It is so fast, it's like kind of crazy to even watch. I think this might be true if all your printing is PLA, TPU, PETG, and you only want 4 colors max. If you require anything that needs a chamber, you're just not going to be able to print in it. And that kind of disqualifies the open air bed slingers right away, moving to P1S and X1 carbon. Otherwise, yeah, I agree with you. It's an amazing machine. I do it all the time, Zumi, all the time. From hardware to electronics to 3D printer parts. I do it all the time. Hey, Caleb. You can, but it's not even close to the same thing. Once you have something enclosed, you'll notice a difference. And then once you have something enclosed that has a heated chamber, you'll change your mind entirely about the whole conversation. Because that's what happened to me. Having a machine with a heated chamber is next level. Yeah, the return policy is no return policy. Like, you return it. They do help you return it. But then you have to reorder it. They don't just send you the same item. Like, they just give you a refund. And they have to receive it in... So you don't ship it back to China. You ship it to, like, an intermediate place. And it takes 1 or 2 days. So you do get the refund much faster than I would have thought. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by the return policy. It would have been better if it was just like Amazon, where, you know, they just send you a new one right away and you ship back the old stuff. Sometimes you even keep the old stuff. But it's not like that. All right, let's go. What's all-wheel drive? It's when there's more than one a driver and more than one motor pushing the same thing. So, for example, the bed is powered by 2 motors, one pushing, one pulling, and that's called all-wheel drive. All right, so let's see how we ended up over here. They feel good. They feel very dry, and there's definitely a big difference in the feel that these things have when it is cured. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, here is the final. Let me get this thing closer over here. Whoops, I pushed the button on there. I wonder what that does. It's also a big Cartesian machine. All right. I'm going to go manual again so I can show these to you. Actually, should I flip this thing so it's not so hard for me to do? Let's get this wire out of here. All right, so here's what we got. Pretty stellar, I'd say. I mean, it even has the little notches. Pretty incredible. How close can I get for this thing to... let me go manual. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty incredible. So this is a 14K machine, and you can see those little lines because I have a crazy amount of light in this room. In fact, I might be able to cancel some of that light out with this lamp. Oops. Wow. Let's see what that looks like with even more. Looks like I can actually still do a little bit more of a wash right here. I'll actually just cure it a little bit longer. But that texture is not like FDM. It's so how can I, what about this? Here we go. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty incredible. I do have the original backs. I wonder if I can just kind of, for mock-up sake, snap these together. Yeah, I mean, that goes together just absolutely flawlessly. That's freaking incredible. So yeah, pretty amazing stuff. I'm probably gonna shoot a little short before I go to bed, just so the rest of the folks that don't often follow my streams can see what we've been up to here. Yeah, this one pops in too, so they kind of lock in the little channel right there. Which way does this go? Did I have these wrong? Oh, okay, it's like this. Yep, bam, that just locks right in there. That's kind of cool. So does the hardware holes line up? Yeah, they do. I mean, there isn't even a gap. Yeah, cool. So yeah, that's very neat. Let me see. They did look blue, but interestingly enough, I mean, there is still a tiny, tiny little blue hue to them. Interestingly enough, after they're cured, they have less of a blue hue. There is still some. And I definitely have a blue light on in the room. Let's see, this one probably has the least blue. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty comparable. Yeah, you could totally compare this. Cool. That's nice. So basically, I would like to find a way. Oh man, I definitely picked up the coffee to drink it, 100%. I would definitely like to find some way to make it less brittle. That would be a goal of mine. Because I'm worried that it's just gonna crack. It does. Yeah. And that's why, to some degree, it's worth going through the trouble that I just went through to get these prints. Because they are frustrating. Like, it's not fun. At least for me. Some people really enjoy that process. Not for me. But it's amazing what they produce, and that makes it worth it. It is the Halo Mage S by Creality. You ready for this? 2 hours. And the thing with resin machines, it doesn't matter how much is on the bed. The only thing that matters is how tall it is. That's what takes the time. So if you have one part on there, like if you have a tiny little thing, it's going to take the same amount of time as if the bed was completely filled. Yeah, that would be cool. I can't afford those in any capacity. Okay, so with the resin printer, can you get textured surface? If the model has texture in it, it's not just like a setting, because it doesn't like go around a perimeter or anything. So it'll print exactly the model. It's not durable whatsoever. Truggy, how you doing, first of all? Playing hard will be fine. If you ever drop it, it will shatter into a million pieces. The whole thing is actually white on the other side. I was thinking after I destroy this side, I'll be flipping it, but this whole thing is actually white on the opposite side. So at some point, I'll swap it to white. What Nintendo Switch do you have? I have the first gen, the V1. Right? I just recently got it, like literally days ago, thanks to B Cuddy. Yeah, I have the earlier model. I just got one of these bad boys. For those that know what it is. I answer the Halo Mage S 14K. Yeah, I mean, I bought PETG for that. I literally bought transparent black PETG from Bambu for it. Yes. Yep. Yep. I think it's even sooner than that, isn't it? 100%. 100%. I love the machine. I probably use it more than any other machine in my room. I keep it right here. Like, it's literally here on my desk. And it's a really good companion with a nice dryer. And that's just what I use to print most of the things that I need. Unless they're larger. Then I fire something else up. Oh man, look at that. Resi Tukes. And they should, yeah, I'm gonna have to get some. I'm gonna have to get some. Hey Jack, how you doing? I wonder what transparent carbon fiber filament would look like. Well, 30% of it would be non-transparent because 30% of it would be fiber dust. But yeah, that would be kind of interesting. I guess it would look kind of gray, sparkly maybe. All right, y'all, it's 11:30. Let's do this. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute to jump into the link that's pinned in the top of the chat. If you guys are planning on sticking around for literally right now, I know this is 29 minutes. I'm going to cut it. If you're in the United States, you're going to be here. I'm going to draw 2 winners for 2 spools of PLA. Not 2 each, 1 spool each, but 2 winners. You have to be in the United States. You have to answer the question, and you have to be present to win. So the question is, do you have any other hobbies outside of 3D printing? What are they? And does 3D printing help that particular hobby? So that's all you got to do. It is a very cute machine, I got to say. All right. Let's see how many of you guys are in there. It's still 60. 30 seconds. In the meantime, I'm going to go to my other screen and set up. And no, they didn't, Zach. And I'm going to set up to pull 2 winners. Let's see, winners. Where can I change? Oh, edit. Maybe they change the amount of winners. Prizes. There we go. Do 2. All right, and we'll do update. And then I have to change the time. All right, guys, so I'm closing out. while I'm editing it, I guess if you guys want to fill in the information real quick before I close it, feel free. Let's do 11:33 p.m. Whoops. Update. There we go. 30 seconds. So jump in there if you guys are sticking around. And we have exactly 60 viewers at the moment. So there you go. 60 viewers and 60 entries. Cool. 10 seconds left. Hey, Maker Viking. What's going on? I mashed, stabbed, and kicked that like button. I appreciate that. What? I'm a loser roll. Alright, here we go. You guys ready? Good luck, everybody. Let's choose our winners. I have a feeling when I hit this, it's going to pick both at the same time, so we'll see. Draw winners. Yeah, 2. We're going to hit draw. All right, so we got 1. Are you in the United States? We got 2. Are you in the... Yes. Answer questions. All right, you guys got it. It is entry 15 and entry 45. And I'm going to announce them in the widget right now. Announce with avatars. Bam! Look at that. We got familiar faces. Congratulations, guys. We got Liz. I know who that is. And Willem. I'm guessing that's Wilmar. Let me check. It is indeed Wilmar. Awesome. Congratulations, both of you. Haha. Yes. Love it. No, you did. You did. You predicted it. You wished it into existence. What's that called? People use this word all the time now. When you like wish something into existence. If Chad was here, he would say this is the most rigged giveaway ever. Manifest. That's right. Brian, thank you. Imagine if they don't got a printer. Actually, the 20K giveaway I did, where I gave away a ton of stuff, printers, filament, scanners. It was a huge giveaway stream. I believe someone won a pad that controls Bambu machines, and they didn't have a Bambu machine. But that's okay. It's you know, I can't control that. So rigged, yeah. Hey, okay, so Will and Zoomy, I think you guys have been here enough to know the things I'm going to say, but I'm going to say them anyway. Please, both of you, if you can, tonight would be amazing. Later, that's fine. But please go onto their website and choose a PLA Plus that's currently in stock, okay? And then email me at Fedor, which is Fedor, at 3dprintsos.com. You can find that email address in the About section of my YouTube channel. And please email me your full name, your address, and that choice of filament that says in stock. And what I do is I take your email and I forward it over to them. They usually take several weeks to send this out. They bundle all of them together. So I think there's still like the 3 or 4 past winners still haven't even shipped them. So just keep that in mind. It may take some time. You're not going to get these tomorrow. This ain't Amazon. But it will. It goes into a queue and you will get it shipped, okay? So please email me and my email with full name, email address, and your choice of spool, okay? I'm not sure. They typically tell me no for anything. They typically tell me for these giveaways they only do vanilla PLA Plus. So they won't do the glow-in-the-darks or the carbon stuff or whatever. They'd like to just give you the standard PLA Plus, and you know, that's... that's still a free spool of filament. I think I did something to irritate Federer. Never won. Not that I come here to expect that the odds actually this long. That's true. The odds are, yeah, that's right. Hey, but hey, you know, I'm not picking them myself. It is a system. Career Icebox, how you doing? PLA Plus is still great. That's right. It is. It is great. Everyday filament for everyday stuff. It's fantastic. That's right. Yeah, get to emailing. So the Gleam.io does a really good job with giving me the information. So it doesn't give me your exact address, but it gives me enough information I can cross-reference with the email. And unfortunately, people do email me to try to trick for winning. They do. I'm not going to expose them. That's just bogus because they're probably young. But I've had it several times. But I can very easily see who the actual winner is. I have your email address. I have the general area where you're from. I have your form. So it's very easy to cross-reference. I'm still printing from my last winning 6 months ago. Nice. Hey man, I can keep you going. That's so cool. I know. So I think that new stuff, it's not theirs. I think they're like partnering with somebody. So nice. Hey, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. You're a closet stalker. Yeah, they have that a lot actually. That's right. That's the information that you have to message me. I would, but look at my eyes. I'm literally about to fall asleep. That's why I'm trying to end this early. So I'm gonna call it here. I think you guys saw some pretty neat stuff. We unboxed a bunch of stuff. We chatted. We did some resin 3D printing. I answered as many questions as I could. We gave away 2 spools of filament. You know, for a stream that didn't have a topic or a thing to do, I thought it was actually pretty fun. Thank you for everybody that gave memberships to folks. I think that's unbelievable. Guys, please check out shop.3dprint.sos. I worked really hard on those shirts, and it's really amazing to see when people buy them because you get something physical. It's not just a membership to a YouTube channel, you know. And I don't have the capacity to be able to make videos as often as I would like. So to get a physical thing that you can wear and showcase and put a smile on someone's face or your face, I do think that that's kind of cool. So just keep that in mind. Shop.3dprint.sos. They also make good gifts. So if you know somebody that's into 3D printing, as you can imagine, getting a 3D print related shirt could be fun. We drank horse milk. That's right. My coffee got some resin in it. Your camera guy is on point. He is. Yeah, the camera guy is wild. He's very fast with it. And I love you back. Thank you guys. All right, everybody. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thanks for the stream. I'll see you guys next week. I am in the middle of editing a video. I don't know, because 4th of July and Friday catch up after not being in, you know, I don't know if I'll get it done within the next couple days. But before Monday, if you guys are a member, you will get 2 days of previewing the video early. It's not the most elaborate video I've ever done. It's something that I shot at my office at a very limited time frame. But I still think there's some quality stuff in there. So that's what I'm going to try to do. You guys, all the members are going to get at least 2 days of a video early. And then I have to do some other video stuff. Like I'm going to review the X1C because I finally had it long enough and been using it enough. So I'll probably do like a talking piece about my experiences so far and, you know, everything I think about it and what it's done for 3D printing, that type of thing. We do have the carrot feeder to unbox and build, but I'm kind of hesitant to jump into that because we're building the tool changer. I do have one more boxed machine. I have the Snap Maker 2.0 250T. I've had it for well over a year in the box. I've never unboxed it, never taken it out. I'm not sure if people want to see that or not. So at some point when I'm ready, I'll probably make a poll on YouTube. All right, so we'll go from there. Thank you, man. Appreciate you as always. Thank you. Wait, what? Lick? Lick the button. That's right. Yeah, a happy 4th of July, everybody. All right, awesome. Good, congratulations to the winners. I'll get your emails and I'll fast forward them. Yeah, it's time to go to bed. All right, guys. Thank you. See you later. Have a good night.